So today we're going to be discussing the topic of illegal immigration. So here's a little scenario. Say you live on the border of Arizona and Mexico. So you're right there. The Rio Grande is practically in your backyard. So you're asleep. It's about 3 a.m. and you have all this land that you own. So you have livestock and all kinds of stuff that could be out there. Well, one night you wake up and you hear this weird noise right outside your window, and you're not really sure what it is. So, like any normal person, you get up and you're gonna go check it out. Well, as you're getting up, you hear whatever it is happen again, and this time it's louder, and it seems like it's too big to be an animal, a cat, a raccoon, something like that. So you kind of get on edge, and as any normal person, you grab something, so you can defend yourself in case of something bad happening. Well, you get up, you're out of bed, and you got whatever, and you're walking, and the closer you get, the more anxious you get. And finally you get to the door and you peek out the little window, and when you do, you see 3 people that you've never seen before just out in front of this window, and you don't know what to do. So you just slam open the door and start yelling. Well, they scatter, but it's more than just 3. It's about 5 of them. So this happens pretty regularly around in this area. So it's beginning to be a problem. So we're going to talk about the solutions and ways that this is a problem, like why this is a problem, and the solutions that we can do to fix it. The credibility that I have is that I have researched the topic and I've learned many different things on it. So, number 1, we were going to identify our problem, which is illegal immigration. Number 2, we're going to discuss the harms that this problem can bring. And then number 3, we're going to discuss solutions that can be seen as rational or sensible. Illegal immigration is referred to as a non-American U.S. citizen who is in the country without government permission or has stayed throughout their visa. The illegal immigration crime rate is at its highest, I guess, in a population study. A sample of 55,322 illegal immigrants. At least a total of around 450-something thousand were arrested. And then, it averages out to about 8 arrests per illegal immigrant. So many of these illegal immigrants are classified as violent criminals, such as child molesters, drunk drivers, referred to as terrorists in some aspects. They carry diseases, and many of them are gang members. There it goes. Alright, I have a short video of former Congressman Allen West, his viewpoints on this topic, and how we're right now letting out illegal immigrants out of prison, and he's just going to share what he thinks on this.
One critic asking who the Obama administration will be charged for releasing criminals after to criminals breaking out, who in the Obama administration is going to be responsible for the discretion that they use to release these individuals? Look, we go back to Brian Terry, who was killed because of Operation Fast and Furious. Who is responsible there? We cannot continue to put the American people at risk and their safety at risk because of these failures in the policy. Look at what is happening with the TSA and the fact that they fail 96% of those security tests. Sooner or later, someone has to be held responsible for this.
Well, the 96% is really bad, but let me get, and so is, you know, the murders are terrible too, but let me ask you, you get picked up, if you get picked up, you're here illegally, and then you get released pending a deportation hearing?
Yes, but somehow there should be a tracking mechanism or a system, and there should be a better policy or system by which we don't allow people to be just released. Look, we have BRAC base realignment and closure facilities that the United States military has given up. Why aren't we housing them there so that we can have these processes?
Why aren't we?
That's what you should be asking someone from the Obama administration, especially from ICE.
Why? All right, so these people are released, and do we know that they have dangerous records when they're released?
Well, some of the individuals that Mr. Tynan talked about in his report, yes, they did.
Some are obviously probably don't have anything, then they go out and they commit a crime.
Sure.
All right. Now, what Stephen Tynan talked about is that it's, you know, the Obama administration has rounded up so many people that the numbers, you know, the number of 121 is rather staggering, that they end up in homicide-related charges. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm very concerned that just a couple of weeks ago we found out that 3,700 threat level 1 individuals were released by the Obama administration, and those once again were individuals that had felony accounts and charges.
Why can't we just send them home? I mean, why can't we just have a hearing on the spot if you got a horrible record?
Well, that's what I don't understand. Put them in a facility.
So, as he was saying, you can see that, I mean, even one of our former leaders that in the government, he believes this is a problem too. So, we can talk about now what other problems that these immigrants might bring. So, many think that immigrants are thought to improve the economy. They benefit it through tax revenue, lower the cost of the labor pool, and they increase money circulation. But labor economists have discovered that the undocumented immigrants in the workforce have actually lowered the pay in the U.S. citizen who has earned their high school diploma. Approximately 25 million people, anywhere between 0.4 to 7.4%. This here is a picture. It's the net growth, so it shows the shares in job growth and population growth between illegals and natives. As you can see, this is the side of the illegal immigrant job growth, and this is their share of population growth. So you can see the difference here. But if we look here, the natives, their population growth is at 66%, where the immigrants is at 34%. But immigrants' job growth is at 100, and natives' share of job growth is at 0. You can see that hardworking Americans might be losing their jobs and money that they should be earning to these people that are here undocumented. So let's talk about the solutions. One of the first solutions is that we need to secure the borders. Okay, so we need to increase security on the borders, not just at the border crossings. I mean, across the river. We need to be on high alert at all times of every point of that place that could be crossed. Another solution that might be effective is if the illegals are already present in the United States, then, you know, if they continue to work and they try to get their visas extended, then they can stay in the U.S. So I see those as two really possible solutions that I believe that would work, and others more qualified than I believe it will work as well. So today we have discussed how many illegals are possible to like harm citizens and maybe even, you know, themselves. And then we have also discussed how they do not benefit the economy like most think they do. And we've also discussed the ways that they can, like how to solve the problem with increasing border security and maybe even, you know, negotiating with them to, as long as they stay in line and, you know, do their jobs as they're expected and try to extend their visas, then they will be perfectly fine. And I thank you for watching.